Hello kids and welcome to another one of Emma's Snippets. So going a bit more casual today, sitting in my front room underneath the other half's car posters with my mug of coffee. I was thinking about what to talk to you about today. And one of the things that keeps coming up, people keep asking me about, and a conversation I had recently was about how I use social media. So I thought I'd do a quick video on it, of my experiences and what I think and feel. So to caveat, I'm only really talking about LinkedIn, and I know a lot of people don't like to refer to LinkedIn as social media, but you know what I'm saying. I had a spell on TikTok, didn't really take to it. I know people who do excellently on TikTok. Facebook kind of came off that from business purposes because it was basically my mum and aunts, things like that. So it wasn't really working for me. But I have definitely got myself to a point where I've built myself a little bit of a platform on LinkedIn. Now I'm not huge by any stretch of the imagination. I've got a couple of thousand followers. My biggest post, I think, hit nearly 8,000 people, but sometimes I have posts that go out to like 70 or 80 views, and that's usually because I've pissed off the algorithm gods by putting a link in it or something like that. But I was asked, what do I think it takes to build on using social media for your brand, for yourself? And I think a lot of it comes back to this idea of being authentic again. It's about knowing who you are and using your own voice, and not worrying about the trolls, not worrying about external validation, just kind of the equivalent of talking to a mirror or your best mate or your other half. But I was also told from a pragmatic point of view that you should think in pillars, right? You should think in pillars, and not all of those should be work-based. You should share about you, so that people get to know you, because there's no like and trust, right? We work with people. We don't work with businesses, we work with people. And whether that's an entrepreneur or whether we're talking about like PwC, you're still talking to a person. The head of the board is a person. The person in accounts is a person. The asset manager is a person. The architect is a person. It's all people, right? So there are obviously billions of us out there, millions probably on LinkedIn. I forget the numbers, I know they're huge. And the only thing we've all got in our back pocket is us, right? Cheesy, but true. So I was advised that you pick 2 or 3 things to talk about from a work context. I'm shit at that. I get bored, right? So I talk about whatever comes into my head. At the moment, I'm leaning more towards kind of the self-development, romance, relationship side of things. I was more leadership. Now I do the people behind the leaders. That's the way it's going at the moment. It's what pulls me in. But I also, at my core, I'm pregnant. I'm an ex-surveyor. I'm a stepmom, right? And a coach. So those are the things that I know about through personal experience. So those are the things I talk about. And when I make flippant jokes about how to date someone with kids, or how to be British and this sort of thing, I'm making the most of my sense of humour and also my life experiences, which people can relate to. When they do that, they then want to get to know you a little bit better. Like from a coaching point of view, I'm a fucking good coach. I know I am. But there are many good coaches out there, and lots of them that I would send you to if we didn't fit. So what is it about me? Well, it'll be that sense of humour or connecting on another level, or the fact that you may have stepkids, or the fact that your ex has a new partner and you're worried about your kids with them, that sort of thing, right? So it's bringing in an element of you, and it's doing it in a you type way, right? You don't have to be witty, you don't have to be sparkly. If you saw my clip the other day on being authentic, you don't have to be mega quirky. You just be you, right? And some personalities translate better than others on camera. Some personalities translate better than others on written message. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. And I can't remember the Maya Angelou quote, but she was bang on the button when she talked about the fact that people don't remember what you say, people remember how you made them feel. So you think back to your biggest childhood memories, right? You probably, unless they were ridiculously cutting, you probably don't remember the exact language or the things that were going on around you in terms of what was being said. But you do remember how you feel, whether that was excitable, whether it was despair, whether that was joy, whatever it is. It's the same when you talk to people. If people enjoy your company, If people enjoy your messaging because of the tone of it and how they relate to you and how they resonate with you, they're not going to remember your specific words. They're just going to remember the feeling they took away. Same if you give them a sour taste. If you're a bit of a twat and people come away and be like, or they come away going, that's hilarious. I mean, those are the two options, right? Then they're either going to resonate with you or they're not. They're probably not actually going to remember what it is that you said. Plus, you've got this whole lens thing, you know, how you say something is taken by how they perceive it, and then you perceive their response and all of that jazz. I've done videos on that before. But it's just about bearing in mind the you that you're putting across, not worrying too much about the specifics, doing, you know, 2/3 work, 1/3 you, and just allowing people in. I got a message the other day from someone saying, I forgot to say congratulations on your pregnancy. I see you all the time. She's on my Instagram as well. I see you all the time in stories and that. I feel like we're connected. I forget we're not. Therefore, I forgot that I hadn't told you. And that's lovely. That's really, really nice. And that's what you want from a branding business point of view too. So there's a little casual message or Emma Snippets on using social media, posting regularly. I mean, there are all this jazz around algorithms. That's not my bag. I can tell you bits and pieces, bits I've learned, but there are brilliant LinkedIn coaches out there that will help you with that. But in terms of your presence, that's how I recommend you approach it. You be consistent, but you be consistently you. You don't do all work. You're not here just to educate people. You kind of want to make mates too, you know? Worth thinking about. Anyway, that's it for today. Snippy out. Cheers, kids. Bye.